What is going on, everybody? This is your buddy Dave with the Nissan Nation podcast, and we've got news. I won't call it breaking news, but we got news. I mean, we all like news, right? So, if you were lucky to be in LA last night, you would have got to see the all-new, Nissan Sentra. The 2020 Sentra dropped, and it was full of little Instagram influencers and all kinds of people that don't know cars at all. They just take pictures for Instagram, and so be it. It was interesting. I was watching some of my my buddies try to actually cover the event, and they were tripping over people with their cell phones taking the latest gram picture. I don't know. Anyways, let's get into it. So the all new let's see what Nissan has to say. The all new 2020 Sentra brings head-turning style, seamless connectivity, I'll give it that, refinement, and a spirited to drive in the Nissan's best-selling US model. Now, if you've watched the review that I did of the last 17, which is basically 13 to 19 that they built, spirited driving would not be what I would call that car. I would call that car a commuter car. You've watched my video. I'll link it above. It's a commuter car all day long. Now, are these cars starting to look more refined? Yes, they are starting to look more refined. They are starting to go, well, they did it in the last generation. There is no cars anymore. It's just a design cue, and it's what size do you want. I will say this, they're doing the painted roof on this, and kind of like what they're doing with the Maxima, and it come out with some sporty colors. And it's a good looking car, but we've seen this car before, right? If you watch my review of the Versa, the 2020 Versa, you've seen this just in a slightly smaller package with a couple more upgrades. It's boggles my mind anymore why manufacturers do this. I guess it's cheaper in the long run if you just have one design and blend it through the whole 5 or 8 car segment that you have. I do like it. It is a good looking car, but we've seen this. This car is I forget what they call it in Asia, but this car is actually, it's not new by any means. 7 months ago this car was released, but like I said, we knew it was coming. So let's get into it. So it's a sportier, more dramatic exterior style aided by a new lower, wider proportions. That is true, and when cars get wider, they handle a lot better. So I will say maybe that does help the driving of it a little bit. New, refined, luxurious interior styling and extra attention paid to quality. I will say they probably have stepped this up a little bit. Like I said, all Nissan cars are moving up in segments slightly. This car is about the same size now as what the Altima was. So, you know, as long as it's still in the bargain category, I have no problem with that. Comprehensive suite of intelligent connectivity and technologies, including Nissan Connect, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. It's pretty much standard across the board now for any manufacturer. If you don't have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, you're looking old. So, and it was due, you know, Nissan's doing this in all their cars now. Even the trucks that we just tested, the 2020 Titan we just tested, had all this technology, and I really liked it. New, more powerful horsepower, 149 to be exact, which is, I think, it's quite a bit, because I want to say the last one was 121, somewhere in there. Yeah, they're saying that it's like 20% increase in the 4-cylinder engine, improved driving dynamics, and a new independent rear suspension, improves ride, handling, and fuel economy. So the one thing you can't crap on is the Sentra has always gotten amazing MPGs. So you can't mess with that, right? Let's see. So the all-new 2020 Sentra represents an exhilarating breakthrough for Nissan's popular compact sedan. With eye-catching new styling, a comprehensive suite of intelligent driving technologies, including standard safety 360 shield. Once again, we've talked about that before. We just got back from Utah where we were testing that in the truck. I'm a big fan of the safety shield. The only thing I don't like is to get these things to work, you're going to an electric steering. I'm not a fan of electric steering. I want to feel the road, and one day I'm sure they'll get the electric steering to kind of like the old hydraulic steering was, but it's not there yet. But it's the way of the future, so we can't mess with that too bad. Let's see, what else do they have to say? New head-turning style. It all starts with fundamentals. The all-new Nissan Sentra is built on a new platform. Greatly improved proportions and stance. The new body is about 2 inches lower and 2 inches wider than previous generations, giving it a more powerful stance. It just helps, you know, the center of gravity lowers, you widen it a little bit, it just helps with driving. And I have no doubt that this is, you know, a nice little car, nice driving little car. Available thin LED projector headlamps are matched with signature LED daytime running lights and rear combination lamp designs. LED fog lights are also available. Intelligent auto headlights, what they call I-AH, and high beam assist are standard for all Sentra grades. That is one thing you can say about Nissan. They've really stepped up with making a lot of things standard. What I used to be able to get when I was a kid, you could get a car without an air conditioner, and then as time went on, you know, that became a standard feature, and now it's all down to safety, and safety should be first. Does it sell cars? Definitely. If I was putting my young daughter, if she was about to drive and I was putting her in this, that would be a big feature for me, because especially for children learning to drive 16 to 18, yeah, you've not experienced the road completely yet. Maybe they're the idiot driver, or maybe the person in front of them or behind them the idiot driver. So anything you can do for safety, I think, is a win-win. So at the heart of connectivity is a 4.2-inch digital multi-informational driver's display, standard 7-inch color touchscreen with Bluetooth, hands-free phone system, hands-free text messaging assistant, which I actually got to use. I didn't document it in the Versa. I actually used that a little bit. It was really handy. Obviously, the intelligent cruise control is an option, which I'm a big fan of. And intelligent around view monitoring is also available. Once again, I like that feature, the round view monitoring. It's just nice when you're driving, you know, it lights up, and when you got cars beside you, maybe in your blind spot you didn't know. It does help. It takes a little bit to get used to. You gotta know about the, you know, the little lights and stuff and the little beeps, but it is very nice. And I think, especially once again for new drivers, I think that's where it's at. So the new fuel efficient 2.0 liter DOHC 4-cylinder replaces the previous 1.8 liter design, so they have went up in engine just slightly. The new engine delivers 149 horsepower, 146 foot-pound of torque, and increases of 20% and 16% respectively. So once again, the car, I've documented it. I've taken this car to Michigan and back, 35 plus miles per gallon. It's ridiculous what these little cars can get. Now let's get to some of the really bad. Extronic transmission, or as we commoners call the CVT transmission. I've drove it in the Versa, the 2020 Versa. It drove really well. We've got a 17 Sentra. We drive it. It's okay. I'm not going to be like the fanboys to crap on CVT. Once again, it has its place. It does help with fuel efficiency. Does it make a car fun to drive? Not really. If you want to be the kind of guy that can floor that gas pedal, go full send with it, and feel like, ooh, it put me in my place, it's not going to do that. But it's not intended to do that. The car is intended to get fuel economy. So let's see, a new dual pinion rack and pinion electronic power steering. Let's see, also a first for the use on a Sentra, aids in steering, feels maneuverable, while confident braking is supplied by 4-wheel vented disc brakes in the SV and above. Why any manufacturer has not just made disc brakes standard all around, I'll never know. It's not like this is new technology. I'm sure it's a selling point, but get with the times, everybody. And I'm not going to just say Nissan. Get with the times, everybody. Just make 4-wheel. If you're going for safety or all the way around, disc brakes are where it's at. They're the safest thing for braking. A simplified lineup, and we've talked about this in the past. Nissan is trying to really simplify all these lineups. The previous generations of everything Nissan, like you could get an SV and have SL features or whatever the top features were. It was very confusing. Let's see, for 2020 Sentra grade walk has been simplified. S, SV, and SR. And just 2 option packages. Sentra S includes 16-inch wheels with full covers, or hubcaps as we like to call them. Remote keyless entry with push button start, center console, storage, and much more. Sentra SV adds 16-inch aluminum alloy wheels with a 205/60/16 all-season tire. Nissan Connect featuring Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 8-inch touch display, and multi-touch control 6-speaker audio system. Dual zone auto climate control, which is really nice. You know, it used to be a feature that your highly expensive cars had. Intelligent cruise control and upgraded cloth interior and more. The sporty SR includes 18-inch alloy wheels, which, guys, 18 inches on these little cars is ridiculous, because I remember when the Vet got those. Like, I'm talking in the 80s, and it was like, holy cow, what people are gonna do with that big of a wheel? And now your littlest cars are getting it. It trips me out. The SR includes 18-inch alloy aluminum wheels, 215/45/18 all-season dark chrome V-motion grille, LED headlights with LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights, sport cloth interior with orange stitching, a rear spoiler, and lower body sill extensions. So it gets a body kit, basically. It's a fancy way of saying it. Obviously, you can see in some of the video here that it's a good looking car. I think Nissan design is always great. I like when they take chances with something like a Juke or the Kicks. And the cars, you know, it's all about price point anymore. So all these cars from the Versa on up, just they're looking the same because they think people like their design, and it's just about what can they afford. What does your credit score allow you to get into? So let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you a person that owns the current Sentra, and would this be something for you? Or are you looking to upgrade maybe to the Altima? Let us know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? We're on our goal to 1K, man. We're almost there. Last I checked, we were 722, something like that. So we're almost there. Tell a buddy. Subscribe. Doesn't cost us anything, and it helps fund the show. So, from all things Nissan here in my office to wherever you're watching us here on YouTube, this has been your Nissan Nation podcast, and I'm your host, David Boyd. Peace.